Welcome to the Position Podcast. I'm your host, Tony Capasso, and we're here to learn together. I'm on a personal research project to understand how elite performers in the sports, military, and the creative arts make successful transitions into their personal and professional lives beyond those early pursuits and endeavors. And I have a theory that the environment that someone chose or that chose them, and the position or role that someone played in that environment that they chose or that chose them, can provide the keys to understanding their best path forward. And I arrived at this perspective from years of grappling and struggling with these questions as a mentor and guide to others going through this transition, and from my own personal journey from All-American soccer player at the University of Notre Dame into professional soccer, eventually coaching women's soccer at the University of Texas, and now as a founder and operator in the technology startup world. These conversations are for anyone that are navigating a major transition, as well as those who mentor, coach, or guide others through them. We'll explore not only what needs to be embraced from these past experiences, but also what needs to be unlearned or left behind to move forward successfully. In season 1, expect insights from Olympians, NCAA champions, Hall of Fame coaches, Green Berets, Soldiers of the Year, and award-winning playwrights. We're just getting started, and I'm excited to share these dynamic stories with you. Let's dive in.
Fundamentally, I thought that just deconstructing the position of sport and a professional position and finding the parallels was a really interesting and sort of aha kind of thing that I haven't really seen out there. You see a lot of narrative around how sport and participation in sport helps you in life and particularly in business because you learn about teamwork and blah, blah, blah. But that's been said a million times over. So how can you find something that has not really been said or explored? So that was what really resonated with me and made me think about like the title that would just like punctuate it.
And the title was
Position.
We seek comfort. When we are pushed outside of our comfort zone, like you get anxiety, it feels, stressful and it scares us. But what's logical and safe is not always like, it's okay to close something out and move on. You don't have to do something forever just because you're good at it.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking, well, I know the Navy and I'm good at it. Maybe I should just stayed and done it.
Yeah.
But what made you good at it was your passion for it. Once your passion, it's okay that it dies or it shifts or it evolves. Like it's okay to move on. I think once you accept that, it's okay to float for a bit and find what that next passion is. Like don't be scared of that just because it feels uncomfortable.
I recognize that everything that I want in life, usually when I get to some type of barrier, it's on the other side of that barrier. It's on the other side of that unknown. It's on the other side of that fear. So scared, yes. All of the same emotions, like every single emotion that anybody can think of before a big decision, a big speech, a big move, a big career change, a big conversation. I have every single emotion, every single one of them. I have them too. The only difference is I've made a pact with myself to do it anyway.
I'm curious because you obviously played several different positions, but you were an incredible running back, right? At the end of the day, at the highest level. And so now we got the sport, but what about that position? Because you could have played other positions.
Yeah.
And sometimes the position that we play, someone chooses us because they see something in you,
Man.
or we choose it, And
I got a funniest story.
Yeah.
Funniest story. Yeah. I hope he hears this.
I care about watching film. I think the only way you can get better is watching film, playing the tape.
And that's really about getting to the truth, right?
Yeah.
Graeber said is that what if play is so hardwired into us that it's almost deeper than competition. It's deeper than scarcity.
Try a lot of different things, what you might be good at, what might be exciting to you. I mean, in my mind, it's what do I have energy for and what gives me energy back from the world. I mean, in swimming as an example, I had a lot of energy being in the water. I loved it. I felt good. And I got a lot of positive energy and feedback from the world that I was good at it. If you have a lot of energy for selling something, but the world doesn't ever give you energy back by actually making a sale, that might not be a fit for you. Right? And unfortunately, at Kazoo, I had, a 0-0 on that. Like I had no energy for the thing I was selling. I had energy from working for you and learning from you, but like I wasn't getting energy back, or feedback in a positive way in any meaningful sense from the world, right?
Yeah.
Question you say, what do I do with this pain? What do I do with this difficulty? You either let it transform you into something beautiful, life-giving, and wonderful, or you transfer. You transfer that onto other people. Start blaming the circumstances. It calcifies into bitterness and frustration and broken relationships. And so the things that I've learned, in those transitions, even when I was transitioning and playing college football, I wasn't ready to be done yet, but it was done with me. And so, so those transitions I've learned through life, and it's something I've taught my kids, and it's something that I coach my CEOs on. There's going to be transitions and there's going to be difficulties. Let them transform you, and don't let them become something you start transferring.
I think that is what keeps me in this world, is that it's so exciting and it's a little bit dramatic all the time, but you can quickly swoop in and fix a problem.
So this is my favorite part of the conversation because, we get on this topic and you use the word play, but I just saw you light up because as you talk about how dynamic things are, making mistakes, solving problems, and the speed and dynamism of doing that, like I just saw you light up around that. Like clearly you're passionate about it. It's a lot of fun, right?